Hey now, what is up everybody? My name is Mike Brown, aka ReviewKingMB, and I am continuing my 31 days of horror movie reviews with The Thing. Yes, The Thing is a 1982 horror film that was directed by John Carpenter, and the plot is, at the very, very beginning, you see this dog in the middle of the Arctic who's being followed by a helicopter, and the guys in the helicopter are shooting at him. And at first you're like, what the fuck is going on? Why are these guys shooting at this innocent dog, right? Until we meet this other research group who is stationed out there in the Arctic, and they see what's going on. They save the dog, they stop these crazy guys. And over the course of the movie, this team realizes that something else is going on here, not just with this dog, but they find this alien spaceship, and they find these other bodies that were this original team, and what happened to them. And then they find the alien. There's an alien out there who somehow can mimic you, can somehow attach itself onto you, take over your body, pretend to be you. And so the group has to decide, has to figure out how to stop this thing, how to figure out who in the group is the thing, and survive the night. Now, what I think of The Thing is, man, this movie, I love this movie. I do. Like, this is one of my favorite horror films of all time. Definitely top 10. I love it. But I will admit, putting it in to rewatch it just now, even after all the times I've already watched it, there was a part of me that dreaded watching it again. Not because there's any bad parts to it, not because there's anything about the movie that I dislike. It's just, there's something about this film that creeps me out, that I know I'm in for it. When I go to watch it, I know that I'm going to get something truly scary, truly horrific. That's a good thing. Let's talk about the characters. We have Kurt Russell as McGreedy, aka Mac. And Kurt Russell, especially at this time, he was the ultimate BMF. Bad motherfucker who, just as soon as you meet him, he's instantly likable, instantly relatable, because he's cool. He is. And when all of this goes down, when they find out what's going on with this alien and what it can do and stuff, he's immediately like, I know what to do, or I know how to try to keep this under control. I know how to try to calm everyone down. I know how to fucking burn all these bodies and make sure that none of us is exposed or contaminated. And I love the moments when he knows, like, even when the group turns on him and they think that he's the thing, and he's like, fuck you guys, I'm not the thing, and I have this fucking dynamite, so if you come near me, I'm gonna blow us all up. How about that? Or the moment when he decides to test everybody, to truly figure it out. Like, he's smart also, and he's not afraid to die. Like, he's willing to die if it means that this fucker, this alien, doesn't get past where they are, doesn't make it out of there, because ultimately it could mean the end of the world. We also have Keith David as Childs, who is similar to Kurt Russell in the way of his demeanor, of his attitude, that he's cool in that way. And I do like him, partially because he's a black guy in this movie, and I like the fact that he survives, at least until the end. And so, for that, I like the character. Some of the other characters, we have Gary, we have Clark, we have Windows, and we even have another black dude who's on roller skates through the movie, listening to music and whatnot. A lot of these characters have their own personalities, and they're likable in their own ways, so when shit starts to go down, you really don't want them to be the thing. You really don't want them to die horrible, gruesome deaths like they are definitely going to do. Now, I love the mystery behind this movie, how at the beginning, when they do find the ship, and they are trying to figure out what's going on, trying to figure out, like, what this alien is, what it can do, when they're performing autopsies on these bodies that they find, and trying to figure out, like, who are these people, and these other bodies that maybe dealt with this thing before them. And I love that. I love that it's creating this atmosphere, creating this tone, which also I should mention the score. The theme, the main theme of The Thing is so creepy, so just puts you in that mood. One character in particular loses his fucking shit. Blair. Blair goes ape shit when he figures out what's going on. He gets a gun and starts shooting, trying to shoot everybody. Because he knows this thing can't get out there. They even have to lock him up in a shed by himself because he's not out there. But you also understand a character like this losing his shit. It's not too far-fetched. It makes sense. Some of the best parts of this movie is when they don't trust each other and they're all questioning each other. And we as a viewer also don't know who the Thing is. I mean, we can kind of assume that Mac isn't one of them, but also you don't know. And the best scene to demonstrate that was the blood test scene. I love how he takes samples of the blood and he's testing it to see which one of them reacts to it. And when they're all tied up to chairs and one of them does react and he's growing and growing and his head splits open, it's fucking horrific. And I think the fact that they use practical effects amplifies that. Thank God this was before CGI. Thank God that even with only a $15 million budget, very low, especially by today's standards, this works. This looks real as fuck. This is actually something that looks like it's really there. And whenever, like that damn dog, when it's in the shed with the other dogs and it fucking starts protruding out and gets bigger and bigger and morphs into that weird creature, it gives me the heebie-jeebies every single time. I'm skeeved out thinking about it. Watching it now, I was cringing the whole time watching it grow and sprout out different heads and grow tentacles. The scene where they're trying to save one of the characters' life and the stomach opens and bites off the arms of the character and then they're trying to douse it down and the head detaches off from the body, grows out legs and is crawling away. Just thinking about it. Fuck! Probably the best thing about this movie, or at least the most memorable thing, I think the most talked about thing, that especially if I talk to my friends about this movie, it's the ending. That ending is so powerful where Kurt Russell, they're burning down all of the areas because, again, he's like, fuck, I'll freeze to death if I have to make sure that thing doesn't make it out of here. And everything's on fire. He's out there freezing, and then Keith David shows up, and the two of them are looking at each other, talking to each other. They don't trust each other. They don't know which one of them might be the Thing. And they just kind of sit there. And you don't know what happens after that. Do they both die? Maybe they survive. The optimistic person in me wants to think that the last second somebody comes to save them. Probably not, but still, the fact that you don't know, the fact that it is so ambiguous, I love that. I love that. Hell, you don't even know if Keith David was the Thing. He could have been. This movie has so many good things working for it, so many great things working for it. There's nothing to complain. There's nothing to say that's bad about it. It moves at a great pace. The tension building works. The suspense works. The practical effects. The horrific, grotesque thing. I don't even know how you dream up and think of the designs of this creature because it's so unique. It's so different. It's so even hard to explain. I love this movie, I do. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think of The Thing, the 1982 version. I've not seen the original from the 50s, but hey, what can you do? Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Later! Please won't you save my desires on fire. Sometimes you need a little piece.